Hello, everybody. Hello. Happy Thursday to all of you. Today is Thursday, March 4th, I think. Yes, March 4th. Today is Stitch Day with Happy Little Stitch Shop day 4, and I forgot to post something. But today is Thursday, March 4th, and I'm Angela with Happy Little Stitch Shop. Hello. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hello, Jill. Hello, Sharon. Hello, Cassie, Brandy, Kim, April, Sue. Almost Friday, maybe some sew time. Ooh, that sounds good. Hi, Trisha. Hello. So glad you guys could be here with me today. So how is everybody's week? My week has been a little bit of a whirlwind. I'll be honest with you. It's been a little bit of a whirlwind. And today in particular, everybody's just been holding on tight. We've been kind of flying by the seat of our pants. This week has been very busy. Busy in the shop, which is excellent. Oh my gosh, it makes my heart sing every time I have stuff to go in there and get done. So it's been super busy in the shop, and I have lots of updates for you guys. And then it's been kind of busy just with the family as well. So the kids are finishing up a trimester this week. Today's actually their last day, and then they have a 3-day weekend. And today my husband and I had to go 2 different directions. My son has had a procedure today up at a hospital that's about an hour away. We have to go an hour away whenever he has to have these procedures done. And so my husband went one way with him, and my 2 girls had orthodontist appointments. And so I went another way with them. But my husband took the vehicle that I normally drive. And so when I went to go, I was like, oh my gosh, we don't have anything. Like, my daughter didn't have her mask because she normally keeps it in the vehicle that we normally drive in. So everything was just off. Like, it was just off because things were different. And so when my husband got home, I said, why did you take the truck? And he goes, oh my gosh, I didn't even think about it. And he was like, this is how unused to going places we are. Like, a year ago, kids had, a soccer tournament here, and somebody had a basketball tournament there, and somebody else was here, and we were like firing on all cylinders. And now whenever we have to leave the house, we're like, what? Why do you have this? And where is this? And what do I need? So today was a little bit off because of all of that. And so then I was rushed to get ready, and my little one just came. She's going down for a nap right now. And so she came to say goodnight to me before she was going down for her nap, and I was drying my hair. And so my hair was all over the place. And she said to me, how did she say it? She said, your hair is crooked, I think. And I was like, what? And she said, your hair is crooked, I think, because it was kind of all over the place. And I was like, it is a little bit crooked right now. I'm working on it. I'm trying to get it straight. So she was very funny. So just some funny, like crazy things this morning. Hello, Stephanie. So excited to get to watch the live a second week in a row. Yay! And your stuff is coming to you. So that is one of the updates that I have. I know Notting Hill has arrived. This is Notting Hill behind me. Let's see. Hello, Jody. Bless his heart. Yeah, I know. These procedures that he has to have are not fun, but he has them about every 3 to 4 months, and they help him to feel better. So otherwise, he can get very uncomfortable physically, and so it's good for him to have it. Ditto what Brandy said. It was so good. I might actually. Oh, Brandy, yes, the tutorial. Did you guys see it? So there's a tutorial out. I was going to talk to you about it a little bit later, but I'll probably talk to you about it again then. So we put a tutorial out for the flea market table runner, and I'm making it, and I tried to go through and make it really straightforward, like step by step. Okay, if I'm going to make this, this is how I would do it. This is step 1, and then I would do that, and then come back and we'll do step 2. So I tried to make it like super user friendly, but you guys, applique is nothing to be scared of. So I really, really hope that after you see that tutorial, you'll be like, okay, that is pretty, especially with this project, because it's one shape. It's not like you have to do crazy shapes. It's one simple shape, and you just have to do it again and again. And then the table runner is so cute. I can't wait to finish it, and then share it with you guys. But this project is perfect to jump in and start applique because the shape is easy. It's a smaller project, so it's not super overwhelming, and it's super, super cute. Just do it. Like, you just jump in and do it. You guys will love applique. And I choose to hand applique, but you don't have to, because it would go quicker if you machine applique. So you can do the method the exact same, but instead of hand appliquing it, hand sewing it on, just use your machine, and my gosh, it would be lickety split. You'd be done with it. So I hope that people will try. Kim says, I might actually try a small applique project sometime. I'm so curious what your husband thinks. Does he have a greater appreciation for the craft after? Every time we do work on something together for the shop, he's kind of like, huh, okay, I didn't know that. And then sometimes he'll jump in and he'll go, well, why don't you do this? Or why wouldn't you do it this way? I was like, just don't try to man your way in here. This is how it's done. This is how I'm doing it. Don't come in and see it like one time and think that you have a better way of doing it. So he'll come in and he'll be like, what? But he does. He likes seeing it because he can see what I'm talking about. Because sometimes I talk about stuff and he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then if he has a visual of it, then it helps him to understand it better. Yes. And he goes, oh, I didn't know you did that way or that way. You know, sometimes that does happen. I don't applique, but I watched it, and who knows, I may try. Sharon, you should totally try. Hi, Lisa McHugh. Quiet day, so I'm appliquing my granny's garden. That's another beautiful one. So pretty, Kim. You know what I mean, Kim. Like, I love my husband to death, but sometimes men come into a situation and they watch it like one time, and then they're like, huh, okay, so I have a better idea. How about if you do this and this and this? And I'm like, back away, take your man thoughts and just back away because this is how I do it. This is how I like doing it. I don't need anybody coming in and complicating it. So that happens, and you guys know what I'm talking about. So I hope you guys will try the applique. Give it a try. Let me know what you think. Watch the tutorial. It's super easy. And then give it a try and let me know. Don't man your way in here. Don't do it. Okay, so we have lots of stitchy stuff. I'm trying to think if there's something else that I wanted to share with you guys right off the bat. Men want to fix everything, says Sharon. It's true. Oh, okay. So right off the bat, let's talk about sampler of the month, because I told you guys last week that this pattern was a little bit delayed. It seemed like getting to the supplier for the applique or go around it. So Jody, I've seen people do it both ways. I will probably quilt right over it, but I have seen people quilt around it and leave the applique unquilted. It's totally personal preference. And sometimes it depends based on the project and how you want it to look. So with this one, I'm probably going to quilt the whole thing. But at times there might be a time when you want that applique piece to be puffy or kind of stand out. And so then you wouldn't quilt over it, but it's totally personal preference. Except dinner, right, Sharon? Oh yeah. That's funny. They don't want to fix dinner. It took me a second. Okay, so I told you last week that sampler of the month was a little bit delayed to the supplier. So I was checking with them after the live stream on Thursday. It wasn't in. And then I called on Friday and she's like, yeah, we have them here. And I said, what? They're not online. She said, they just arrived. So I ordered them, and then they were supposed to arrive yesterday. So I had a bunch of orders sitting here waiting for the sampler of the month pieces that you've paid invoices, and they were sitting here waiting for this to come. I was trying to time out sending the invoices with when it was going to arrive. Well, then it didn't arrive yesterday. And I actually think it was supposed to arrive on Tuesday, and it didn't arrive then. And it didn't arrive yesterday. It finally arrived today. So it is here. And then this is just how my day went. I was like, we had just gotten home from the orthodontist, and the delivery person was pulling away. And I was like, oh, those patterns are here. Because you guys, I like to get stuff out to you the same day. Like if you place an order, I get it ready to go with the next shipment that's going out, like right away. And if it has to wait those orders are always on my mind. It bothers me to not have the process go smoothly. And so I really get like, I want to get these orders out to these people. So when I saw the guy pull away, I was like, oh my gosh, it's here. So I ran inside, got everybody settled, with what they needed to be doing. And then I went to the shop and I started filling orders. And then my printer ran out of ink and I couldn't print any more shipping labels. I was like, what? So some of these orders went out today. The rest are going to go out tomorrow. So that is what is happening. And Stephanie, that's what your order is waiting for. So these arrived and then you're going to get your basket of goodies. And I can't wait for you to get it. I'm so excited to get that out the door to you. Okay. Hello, Sandy. So glad that you can join. So this month we are starting Sampler of the Month and we are starting with April. This is our Stitch Along by Country Cottage Needleworks. And it's going to be so, so cute. I can't wait. I can't wait to stitch this up. Look at that. I mean, it's just darling. It's pretty cute. This is a good replacement for me for Cottage of the Month. So I'm excited to start this. I have not had a chance to stitch it all this week. So I'm just warning you, my stitching progress is pretty minimal. Like really, really lower your expectations. And then you'll be happy. And we're also in the midst of Glitter Village by Country Cottage Needleworks. This one, my mom is stitching with you guys, and we're moving on to Glitter House 3. So that's this one. It's a pretty blue color. So that one we are starting in March this month as well. Can you guys believe it's March? We are also stitching Spooky Hollow by Little Stitch Girl. And I can't wait to get it to you, Stephanie. Honestly, I can't. It's been kind of bugging me. Thank you, Megan. Love the shirt. This is by husband and wife duo. They make t-shirts, Maker Valley and Stately Type. They're on Instagram. Check them out. They've got really cool t-shirts. I like them. I'm a fan. So we're also doing Spooky Hollow by Little Stitch Girl. We are on Sweet's Shop. Hi, yay, Naomi. I'm so glad that you're here. So glad, Huckleberry. Good to see you. So this is Sweet Shop. We're moving on to that one this month. We are also moving into Truckin' Along March. This is by Stitchin' with the Housewives. Huckleberry, I swear the last 3 weeks, my phone has rung during this live stream. And I'm always like, Huckleberry, why are you calling me? Every time it happens during the live stream, it reminds me of that joke you made that one time when my phone rang and you said, Angela, why didn't you pick up? And I was like, what? Did you just call me? Which you totally didn't. And you were just joking, but I am so slow sometimes. Oh my gosh. So March, Truckin' Along by Stitchin' with the Housewives. We only have a couple more of these left, I think, and then that's going to be done. And then Early Americans, we are moving on to Martha Washington. Oh, I love this series. It is so, so darling. I love stitching it. I'm excited to stitch it. Today is Stitchy Day number 4 with Happy Little Stitch Shop, stitching something patriotic. So I might, if I can find a second, try to jump in and start this today and get it going. I love these stitches. And they don't last very long. They go pretty quickly. These stitches do. This one is so cute. Mount Vernon, 1789. I'm excited to start that. So while we're on Early Americans, I will share with you, again, I haven't made any progress since last week. Sorry. Can't wait to stitch Martha. Loving this so long, says Kathy. Cassie, me too. I am loving this so long too. I'm so glad that we decided to do it. There are some so longs that come along and you're just like, yes, I'm so glad that somebody asked for me to do this or that we made a decision to do it. I'm so, so glad. And this is one of them. So here is my Early Americans. I've got Betsy Ross and John Hancock in the bag. And now I'm going to move on to Martha. I think she goes right over here next to John. So I'm excited to do that. I'm excited to get started with that. I love early Americans. I am turning into Kim. I can't, like, I just really love patriotic stitches. So I'm going to have to look for another one after we're done with early Americans. I'm working on that giant White House now for patriotic force stitching. You are. Yeah. There's a lot of windows. I mean, it's pretty big. It's a pretty big house. But have you been there? Have you been to Mount Vernon? It's funny how anytime we have been in older houses like that, and I said this about Betsy Ross's house too, because we went and toured that, and people in that era must have been very short because the doorways are very short. I remember going down some stairway, it was so narrow, and I thought, goodness, who could fit down this? Like very short doorways and narrow hallways and stairwells. I love Americana stitches. Me too, Sarah. I mean, I'm falling into that. I still want to get suffragette done. I'm hoping to find a fourth stitch day that I can do a little bit of work on that. That's part of the reason that I like these stitch days each month. That was a really good idea. I think Kim is the one who suggested that. Because it allows you to pull out something that maybe, and I'm going to try to force myself if I can, to not just automatically pick up a stitch along. I haven't been good at that yet, but that's my goal, is to get to that place where I can not just automatically pick up a stitch along that goes with that stitch day, but instead I want to pull out something that I have not worked on and put in some progress on that. So that's my hope. Because I'm working on stitch alongs all the time. Like I'm plowing through those during the month and enjoying it. I mean, not plowing through it like I'm not enjoying it, but I'm working on those through the month pretty regularly. But these stitch days thrown in here or there, I think that's a really good opportunity to pull something out that I haven't been working on or haven't had the time to work on, and try to put in a little bit of progress on that. But it's easier to just grab something that's already there. So I'm going to try to force myself to pull out a whip instead of a stitch along that I'm in the midst of. Not yet. I really want to go. Oh, it's cool to go through there. I am behind as usual, says Huckleberry. You're not the only one. I mean, I've fallen behind on some stitch alongs. No stress though. Somebody else said that to me this week. They're like, I'm so far behind. Don't get stressed about it. It's supposed to be fun and it will always be there for you to do. So I like doing stitch alongs because I feel like it keeps me on track. A lot of the things that I have finished, I would not finish if I weren't doing it with you guys. That's how I feel. So I like it because it kind of keeps me on track, but don't let yourself get to the point where you feel stressed about it. I'm working on early Americans today, says Jeanette. Yay. Sharon says narrow doorways before Twinkies were invented, right? They're so narrow. Huckleberry, I missed the stitch days. Can you explain? Yes. So at the beginning of the year in January, we have started these stitch days with Happy Little Stitch Shop. And so on certain days throughout the month, you stitch the theme for that day. So on the fourth day of the month, and this is all on Happy Little Stitch Shop homepage, there's a chart all the way down at the bottom that says Stitch Days with Happy Little Stitch Shop, and it gives you all the information on there. So it's right on the homepage, happylittlestitchshop.com. But on day 4 of the month, you pick a patriotic stitch or Americana stitch and you pull that out and you stitch on that for the day and share pictures and use the hashtag Happy Little Stitch Shop. And then on day 14, you pick a love or a friendship themed stitch. And if you don't have one, then you could start one or pick up whatever you want to. And you stitch that for that day. That's the theme for the 14th. And then I think there are only 4 stitch days a month. On the 25th, it's Christmas. So any Christmas stitches, we stitch together on the 25th. And then on the 30th, I picked the 30th because most months there's 30 days except for February. So on the 30th, you either do a Halloween themed stitch or a fall, autumn themed stitch. So on those 4 days during the month, we have a stitch day with Happy Little Stitch Shop, and you try to pull out a whip or something and or start a new one and stitch with us that day on those themed stitches. I stitched on a shepherd's bush patriotic stitch that I had in my stash today. And then I unstitched. Oh no, Trisha, Naomi, or Huckleberry. I know, the Twinkies, right? Kim, is Sam here? I think we need to add halftime hawk run stitching on the 15th. Oh my goodness. Sam is not on here today, but halftime hawk run. That's funny. And the first, you start something new or work on a web. Yes. Now I've kind of gone away from the first because I feel like the first and the fourth are too close together. But if you guys like that, then I'll try to push that a little bit more. But yes, I had put that when I first put it out there that on the first, you could pick a new stitch to start or stitch something, anything you want. It's stitcher's choice. Kim, just teasing unless others want to join us. I'm feeling like so. Yeah, Hawks Run. So we have those in the shop and they are so pretty. There's like village of Hawks Run. There's houses of Hawks Run. There's auto in Hawks Run Hollow, autumn in Hawks Run Hollow. I can't remember all the other ones. Those are the ones that I know for sure we have in this shop. And they're so cute. It's like a series of a bunch of stitches. Like you get a bunch of stitches in one pattern and you just work your way through. You can stitch them individually. You can stitch them all together. You can stitch a few, not stitch them all, whatever you want. But they're so pretty. They are very, very pretty. Hello, Lynn. So glad you could get on. Okay, so we are working on Early Americans, Martha Washington. We are also moving into Snow Village 2. And Snow Village 2 is called Skate and Sled Shop. And that's what it looks like. I'm kind of excited. I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of excited to start stitching these little shops and not do a bunch of snow anymore. I mean, this looks like a reasonable amount of snow. It's only maybe 5 or 6 rows of snow. So that looks doable. And let's see. I have not had a lot of time to stitch this week. So I've not made a ton of progress or any progress, if I'm being honest. But this is where I'm at for Snow Village. And I think we talked last week, Skate and Sled Shop goes on one side or the other for Snow Village. I think it goes on the left side when you're looking at it. Is that right, Kim? You started this one. Hi, Valeria. So glad that you could join us. Kim, you started Skate and Sled Shop, I think. Does it go to the right? No, to the left when you're looking at your stitch? I think it goes over here, if I'm not mistaken. So this is Snow Village. It's super cute. I'm having fun stitching this one. And I'm really looking forward to stitching all those little cottages or all those little shops. I think they're super cute. I think it looks nice on this cloth. I'm happy with the cloth. Of course, this is what was recommended in the pattern. So the designer probably knew what she was talking about. Thank you. Huckleberry, thank you. Marsha, love that needle miner. Thank you so much. I thought it was cute to go with Snow Village. And then we are also, is it really, Sandy? It's your favorite so far? It's pretty cute. It is pretty cute. I'm excited to keep going with it. Also, you guys got Winter, Celebrate Winter by Madame Chantilly this month. So this came out to you with the floss kit. I'm super excited to see you guys stitch this up. And I think it was Sam who requested, do you think that we could do another stitch along, but only do the season? So I think so that would leave out Easter and Christmas. We would just do winter and it would leave out Halloween. We would just do winter, spring, summer, and autumn and just do seasons, tiered tray seasons with Madame Chantilly. So I am tempted to do that because I totally fell out of this one, but it might have to be like, maybe it's one every other month or maybe one a quarter. Maybe we could do it quarterly. That might be a good idea because these are bigger stitches. And especially if you're involved with other stitch alongs, it can get to be a lot. And I don't want anybody to ever feel bogged down. So maybe quarterly would be good. Maybe we'd do it for that season, or like we do winters ships with January's because winter starts on December 21st, and then springs will ship with March because with April because it starts on March 21st. So anyway, that's an idea maybe for next year, not for this year, but this is winter, celebrate winter by Madame Chantilly, and it's super, super cute. I love these tiered trays. I love them. I'm happy to say that after 20 years, I did my hard cross stitch and turned out fantastic, Valeria. I'm so happy to hear that. I know that you were kind of starting and stopping, and you were frustrated with that it was taking a little bit of time. But I'm so glad that you got it done and that you are happy with it. That's excellent. Way to go, Valeria. I'm in for the stitch along. I'm a little behind. I am too, Lynn. I fell totally behind. Oh, Kim says quarterly sounds good. Yeah, I kind of like that idea. Quarterly would be because it's bigger, so it would feel more manageable. I think it would give people more time to get it done. And then we're also starting. I'm so excited to catch you live. Hi, Mickey Swing. For the first time, love seeing these projects and super love your customer service. Oh, thank you so much. Customer service means so, so much to us. I have had bad experiences with customer service, and now that I'm in a position to provide good customer service, it's very, very important to me to do that, because I kind of think customer service isn't what it used to be years ago, and I think it should be. And so it's very, very important to us to do the best that we can for you guys and provide as good a service as we possibly can. So thank you for saying that, Mickey. I appreciate that. Valeria, Angela, what is the due date for the baby quilt? So somebody said last week, 100 quilts by Easter. And I think that that's a good goal. So we're looking at early April. So we have the month of March to try to get them done. Valeria, number 1 fan. Thank you so much, Valeria. You're such a sweetheart. I really appreciate that. So we're looking at early April for quilts now. So what Valeria is talking about is our Little Miracles quilt drive. It's a Nicu quilt program that we're trying to donate 100 quilts to Nicus all over. We were supposed to try to do it by the end of February, but we're a little bit short. We only have like 14, like between 10 and 14 quilts left to do. And so we are so close to being there. We have like 15 quilts left to get out there. So I really want to hit 100. And so the deadline has been extended to try to get Nicu quilts donated. And so we're looking at the beginning of April is what we're looking at. So 100 quilts by Easter. That sounded like a good goal. So that's what we're going for now, Valeria. Hopefully that helps. Stephanie says quarterly would be great for the seasonal celebrate tiered trays. My husband was very happy too. Oh, Valeria, I'm sure. I blame it on COVID illness and both shots. Yeah. Kim, Valeria, please share your work on Facebook. Yes, Valeria, please share your stitch to our stitch group. Happy Little Stitchers. We would love to see it. Oh, Jane. Okay, this is good feedback. Everybody's saying that they would love quarterly. Deanna says, hello, I'm late. Hello, Deanna. So glad that you could be here. Valeria, you're a sweetheart. Thank you so much. I have one more to bind, and then they'll be on their way to you. Thank you so much, April. Thank you to everybody who has donated. And my hope is once we wrap it up and we hit 100, I have so many quilts that have been arriving here at the shop. So thank you so, so much. And my hope is that before I take them and donate them, I'm going to do a trunk show to share all of the beautiful quilts that you guys have sent me. So I'm going to do a trunk show of all of the quilts once we hit 100, all of the ones that I have, and share them with you guys on here because some of them are so beautiful. They are all so, so beautiful. They're just so pretty. Everyone that I look at, I'm like, oh my gosh, this one is so cute. And look at this and look at this. They're adorable. So trunk show once we hit 100. That's the goal. I actually spoke to one of my NICU nurse friends last night and said, I have quilts for you. And she's like, oh, that's wonderful. So we're going to try to connect at some point, maybe once we hit 100, number one. And then once the weather gets nice, so we can meet outside and and be safe about it. But I'm going to meet her and hand over the quilts to her. So I'm very, very excited about that. That's super cool. I have one more to bind. Oh, that's April. You're an awesome lady. Oh, thank you, Valeria. I should be mailing mine to you tomorrow. Awesome, Sharon. Thank you so much. I have 4 to do and I will get it done. Valeria, thank you so, so much. I appreciate that. I will definitely have it there before Easter. Awesome, Huckleberry. Thank you. I haven't framed, but I will put on. Good. I can't wait to see it. So we're also doing Country Cottage Needleworks Cottage of the Month is starting this month, and we're starting with April. And I'm kind of hoping to finish mine this time around. So I finished all the stitches, but I haven't finally finished it because I am having a frame problem. So I'm hoping to finally finish them and share them on here as everybody's stitching these for the stitch along for the first time. So that's my goal. We'll see if I can stick to it. But we're starting Cottage of the Month, April. It's super cute. We are also in the midst of our Teeny Tiny Pillows Stitch Along, aka Stitch Cards by Lori Holt. And we have done the chick, we have done the tulips, and now this month for March, we are on the basket. Suspoo, I did. They just arrived yesterday, I think. So yes, I did. They are so cute. They are over here in my pile of quilts. Not back there, but I have a whole stack of quilts over here on the chair. And they are over there in those quilts. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. If I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure this is one of them. Is this one of them, Sue? Where is the label? Oh, good. Oh, okay. Yes. Look. Oh, there it is. Yeah. So yes, they both arrived. They're so darling. Doc McStuffins. Oh my gosh. It's so cute. So I'm going to totally do a trunk show once we hit 100, and I'm going to share everybody's beautiful quilts. They are so, so darling. I am like buried in beautiful baby quilts, and it's lovely. I signed up for Cottage of the Month, and I'm looking forward to doing this along. Yay, Mickey. I'm so glad. That one is so fun. Those cottages are so fun to stitch. Okay, so we're working on the basket this month, and then we get to move on to Stitch Card Set B, and I'm super excited to move on to the next one. I can't wait to share them all, Sue. They're very, very cute. And then we are also in the midst of our Sew by Row, Sew Along. This month, we are moving on to the irons of March. And again, I have not gotten much stitching done this week. It has been a very crazy week here. But this is where I'm at for my Sew by Row. And I am excited to start those irons. Those quilt blocks were super fun. So I'm excited to start those irons. We only have 3 months left, March, April, May, and then we're done with this one. This one has been a fun one to stitch as well. And then we're also working on our Shine On cross stitch, and this one's going to be done soon too. We only have a few months left. This one, I have a mess because I've been stitching and then putting it down and then picking it up. So here is my Shine On. I am working on my rainbow, and that rainbow is almost, that shouldn't take too long, and then I'll be able to move on to March. So I'm still finishing up February, but this one is so pretty. Oh, these colors, every time I pull it out, I just think, oh, this is so pretty. And it's perfect on the white. I tend to shy away from white cloth, but it's perfect on there because those colors really pop off of there. The irons are really quick and fun to sew. Oh, good, Sandy. Quick and fun. That's what I like to hear. Carla, I'm new to Happy Little Stitch Shop. Cottage of the Month will be my first sew along with all of you. Welcome, Carla. Thank you so much for finding us and for joining our stitch along. I think I remember just shipping. I think I just shipped your stuff to you. So that is coming your way. Happy mail is on the way to you. Thank you for joining us too. I can't wait for sampler of the month, but I have so many whips already. Too much work, not enough stitching. I hear you. Okay. Oh, so we did that. I showed you my shine on. So that is that. And then you guys, we have no new stitch alongs starting in April, but in May, we have Animal Stacks by Waxing Moon. No, Plum Street Samplers. Animal Stacks by Plum Street Samplers. That one is starting in May. And so the reservation is out on the website right now. So you can go and sign up for it if you want to. And I would recommend signing up for it by the second part of March if you're interested, because supply is so far behind that I have to order at least a month in advance in order to hopefully get the items here on time. I know it's so itchy today. So I'm going to start ordering product or supplies for that stitch along probably the second half of the month. And then the other one that is starting in May. What else is starting in May? I know that. Will you have the month of March cross stitch pattern and floss kit? Like the spotlight month of March or the cottage of the month March? Deanna, which do you mean? Let me look here quick. For stitch alongs, because I'm drawing a blank. Oh, Main Street. Hello. So we're starting this one. This one's going to start in May as well. So Main Street is by Country Cottage Needleworks. And it's a cute, cute series. My mom is going to stitch this one up with you guys. I mean, look at that little street lamp and that sign off the side of the building. It's so cute. So this one, it starts in May. And so this reservation is out online as well. And then in July, we are starting Hometown Holidays for Christmas in July. It's going to be a Christmas in July start. Hometown Holiday is by Little House Needleworks. And that one is online to sign up for now as well. And then we're going to be adding more stitch alongs as we approach fall. And so a couple of the ones that people have reached out and asked about are Santa's Village by Country Cottage Needleworks, Gingerbread Village by Country Cottage Needleworks. And then there are a bunch of other ones, like maybe some samplers and that type of stitching as well. So I'm excited. There's some fun stitch along stuff coming up. So some of those reservations are on the website right now. So if you're interested, go and sign up for those. And then there's going to be more coming in the fall. Once some of the ones that we're currently in are going to end, then we can replace some of those with other ones. But I don't want to get too much out there and have people feel overwhelmed. Okay, so Deanna, yes, I was just working on the Stitch Spotlight before I got on the live stream. Are you guys ready? Do you want to see it? I only have the pattern. So I do, my mom stitched this up. However, we haven't been able to connect for me to get it from her. So she still has it, and I hope to be able to share it with you guys next week, or I'll take a picture and I'll post it to our Happy Little Stitchers group, or I'll post it onto Instagram. But I just have the pattern to show you right now. And then it's not live on the website yet because I'm going through and making sure that I have all of the stuff that I need. So we should have almost everything, but as you know, floss can be persnickety. And so I'm trying to make sure that our suppliers are getting ready to ship us some of the floss that we need. So it hasn't gone live on the website yet. Some of this stuff, you guys, I ordered at the beginning of December and I still don't have it all yet. So things are just really, really delayed, which kind of has put a wrench into releasing some of this stuff when I want to release it. So it's coming, but I can share it with you. I can show you what it is. Let me see. That's awesome. I just kitted Hometown Holiday last week and was wondering when to start. Yay, save it for July. Stitch with us. Maybe I'll need to do Main Street too. There's so many cute stitches. I think my mom might stitch Santa's Village, and I think I might do Gingerbread Village, or vice versa. I don't really know, but she's going to do one and I'm going to do the other. I want to do Santa's Village all in one piece. Yeah, I think I do too. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. But I think I'll probably do mine on one. Whether I do gingerbread or whether I do Santa, I think I'll do it all in one. I think the Prairie Schooler monthly charts would be, oh, yeah. We are doing that, Stephanie. We're going to start that in January. We are. And I think I'm going to put that on the website to reserve sooner rather than later, because we're going to do that, but we're going to start it in January next year. And we might start in January with like February, and then, be a month ahead like we've done with all of our other monthly charts. But Stephanie, we're totally doing that because those are so pretty. But I think what we decided is it might be like an every other month thing, because those are a little bit bigger too. But let me know what you guys think about that and what your feedback is about that. Because I'm open. If you guys want to get it every month and just stitch it when you want, that's totally fine with me. If you would rather like stay on a schedule and try to do one every other month and have 2 months to stitch one, I'd be fine with that too. Ooh, Jeanette, she says she's down with Prairie Schooler too. They have very cute season shop. They do. I just got spring in the shop. So the Prairie Schooler spring has come, I think is what it's called. That's in the shop. But their monthly charts are really, really cute. They're adorable. I like a schedule, says Lynn. I kind of do too, because otherwise I know I'll put it away and it'll get buried until I can get back to it. Okay, so let me share the stitch spotlight with you. Again, this isn't live yet, but it will be live soon. My hope is to have it up there soon, but I want to make sure that I have everything that's needed before I can do it. Carla says she would love the Prairie Schooler. I'm 1,000% in for that one. I would probably need 2 months to stay caught up. That's what I'm thinking too, especially with other stitches, because I like to have a variety of stitches. I like to be in the midst of, a good 4 to 5 stitch alongs to mix it up a little bit. I don't like just stitching the same thing all month. So I like doing different things, which is also why I think the stitch days are great, because you can throw in something different and take a break from the stitch alongs when you want. Okay, here's the stitch spotlight. Again, I don't have the actual thing, but here it is. And I think it's so cute. And you guys, it's 3 patterns in one. And it's perfect. It's perfect for March. Okay. It's called March of the Daffodils. And it's by Blackbird Designs. This is our March stitch spotlight. It is so cute. So let me say, there are 3 patterns in this one thing. You get the daffodil pattern, which is this one up here. I mean, all the patterns are down here. So you get the daffodil pattern, you get the wild clover pattern, and you get the Quaker sampler pattern. So all of those are in there. And there's a template to make it into this cute little spring stocking. So you can make it into a stocking if you want. When my mom stitched it, I asked her to stitch it. She stitched this one. And I asked her to stitch it differently because we were just going to frame it and not put it in a stocking format. So you could take the layout and just, do your own thing with it and make it unique. It doesn't have to be put into a stocking. But I think these are so cute. Just for a simple little stitch, it's going to go super fast. And then it's just a cute little spring stitch that you can display in your house. So it's called March of the Daffodils. Those are so pretty, Brandy says. Love Blackbird. They have such great patterns. Yeah, they are really cute. And so, of course, I wanted to highlight Blackbird Designs. And when this one popped up, when I was trying to figure out what to do for March, I thought, that's perfect. And it's Blackbird Designs on top of it. So I was really excited to find it. And it's so cute. Like I said, my mom stitched this one. I can't wait to share it with you guys. It's super, super cute. And here's the back. I can show you the little stockings. I mean, all 3 stitches. I would totally stitch those up because they're darling. I think they're really cute. So that's the March stitch spotlight. And then to finish up our stitching side of things, I've got a few new patterns and a couple other new things that I'm going to share with you. Now, I've been so far behind that I haven't gotten these patterns in the shop yet, but they will be in the shop soon. Okay, hopefully by the end of the weekend, I'll be like on more level ground with getting caught up on stuff. So I'm giving you guys a sneak peek, and if you like them, you can either just check back, you know, over the next few days because they'll be out there soon. This first one is called Easter on the Farm, and it's by Needle Bling Designs. I thought this one was so cute. Look at that. It's just a little chick in a little wreath. It's super cute. Okay, so that one will be in the shop soon. This one is a brand new one from Little House Needleworks, and it's called Fall is in the Air, Part 1. Just released. So this one is brand new. Again, it's not in the shop yet, but I will have it out there very, very soon. And then you guys, you remember, let me grab them. You remember Jack, right? Well, Jack has two brothers or cousins or something. Here is Henry. Henry is like my little puppy Henry. Here's Henry. He's so cute. He's got some more plaid pants and a cute sweater. It's so darling. And then this one is Harry. So Henry, Jack, and Harry. So, so cute. Some people had asked for these. I now have them. They're not in the shop right now, but they will be in the shop very, very soon. So those are so cute. I think I'm going to stitch all of them up. So we just had a visitor pop in while I was chatting. Oh no. Huckleberry, did you save it? Is everything okay? Oh no. I've had that happen before. My goodness. Okay, and then also new in the shop, and these are in the shop. These are listed. They're in the shop. These are ready to be ordered right away. We have Flamingo Toes. She has two new charms, perfect for project bags. The first one is called Quilt Shop. Look at that. It's so cute. And the second one is called Needlework Shop. This is part of her Main Street series that she is releasing. She's going to keep adding to it. And then she has needle minders as well. They're so cute. So this first one is called Quilt Shop again. It's a Quilt Shop needle minder. And this one is Needlework Shop. Sharon says those charms and needle minders are adorable. They are so cute. They are so cute. Oh, good. Huckleberry. Oh my gosh. Needle minders are sitting in my cart waiting for one more SKU of Notting Hill. May need to wait for the Blackbird pattern too. So many cute things, you guys. Okay, then while I'm sharing new stuff to the shop, look, these are in the shop. I am so happy that I got one of these. I always have tumblers. Like I always have this with me all day long in different versions, not this particular one, but this is how I hydrate during the day. I always have a tumbler. I love just water. I just have ice water. I have my tumbler with me all day long. And my kids are so sweet. They'll be like, Mom, do you need a refill? And they'll go fill my tumbler up with ice and water. So I got these. I saw these by Lori Holt. And so I got them in the shop because as sewers and stitchers, we need to stay hydrated. And I thought this one was super cute. And actually every single one of my kids, the next morning when I got this out, I washed it and I put a drink into it and I set it on the table. And every single one of them said, oh, I like your cup. And I was like, really? And then my little one says, I like the green one. She says, I like the green one. And then she says, I like the blue one. So she likes to pick out the little quilt blocks that she likes. Everybody kind of has. My oldest one said, oh, the red one is my favorite. And then she said, no, I've changed my mind. The gray one is my favorite. So everybody's picking out their favorite quilt blocks off here. But we have tumblers in the shop. So these are listed in the shop right now. And they're super cute. They hold 30 ounces. The straw does not come with it. I got these at like Target or Walmart. So the straw doesn't come with it, but I like to drink out of a straw. And I was worried that the straw wasn't going to fit into the opening, but it does. So that's nice. I get those steel straws from Target or Walmart. I must have that, says Valeria. Mickey says, I need all the Flamingo Toast Main Street charms and needle minders for the cute salons. They are so cute. And I love the idea. When we were emailing back and forth and she shared with me before she released, and I was like, oh, a Main Street needle minder series. That is brilliant. Like, I love villages and I love those quaint, I mean, it just makes you feel so warm and cozy. And for her to capture that in needle minder form, it's just such a good idea. And so I was super excited. She shared pictures with me early and I was like, oh my gosh, they're so cute. And she's like, you can't say anything. You can't share anything. I said, I know, I won't. And then now they're released and they're out there and they're so, so cute. And they're darling. They're really, really cute. A definite add to any needle minder collection. He says, I definitely need a tumbler too. Blanca, those are so cute. Maybe in my next order. Very adorable. Okay, so the tumblers are in. I also got new design boards. These are the flea market design boards. This color is in jade, and this one is in pink. And this is the 10-inch size. This is the one that I highlighted in the tutorial that I was using. This is a really good size for most average quilt blocks, like your 6-inch quilt block, 8-inch, 8.5, 10. Once you get bigger than that, then you'll need a bigger design board, but this is a really good size to have handy. So those are in the shop as well. And then the 6.5-inch square ruler by Creative Grids is in the shop. You guys may have heard me talk last week about doing my Shine On blocks for February. So we did those cross stitch blocks, these right up here, these cross stitch blocks, and they have to be trimmed down to 6.5 inches. I didn't have a 6.5-inch square ruler. So I tried using a different ruler. And the first time that I cut, I ended up screwing it up. And my husband was there when I cut it and I went, oh, and he was like, uh-oh. And he turned around, he walked back out. He was like, okay, that's my cue to not be in this room right now. And then I explained to him later, I said, I didn't have this ruler. I was trying to make it work with other stuff and line it up. And I didn't line it up quite right with this other ruler that I was trying to use. I ended up figuring it out and I used the ruler that I had for the rest of the blocks and they cut fine and it totally worked fine. But the first one I messed up. But it would have been so much easier had I had this 6.5-inch square ruler. So I now have them in the shop and I won't make the mistake again of not having the tools that I need to do certain things. So when you get to the point, if you're doing the Shine On sampler block of the month, when you get to the point of doing those cross stitch blocks, a 6.5-inch square ruler will come in super handy. So I now have them in the shop for anybody who needs one. Smart man, he goes, I don't like it when you make that noise. And I was like, I don't like it either. But I cut, and as soon as I cut, I was like, oh no. And then it all worked out, but I could have saved some frustration had I just had the appropriate tools. Okay, then really quick for some quilting stuff. I have restocked because I was nearly sold out of these adorable little flea market table runners. And so I have restocked. This is what I just released the tutorial on, which I hope it's helpful. I hope you guys like it. I don't know. Tutorials are so kind of unnatural, but I hope that it's helpful. Some of you had asked for it because you didn't realize that this was applique when you reserved it. And so you had reached out to me and you said, could you do a tutorial? I didn't realize it was applique, but I'd like to still give it a try, but I need to kind of have a visual as to what needs to happen. So that was the basis for the tutorial. And then I thought, I want to make this too. And so I'm just going to jump in and I'm just going to do it. And so we just cranked out the tutorial, got it out there. So there is a tutorial on our Happy Little Stitch Shop YouTube channel that goes through how to do the applique for this, I hope you'll watch it. I hope if you haven't done applique before, this is an excellent project to try applique on and to get your feet wet with applique. Just give it a watch. I reordered so that I have plenty in the shop in case people want to jump in and make this, which I hope you do, so that I don't have a ton of these kits left. So we have been restocked with our flea market table runner kit. I love it. I absolutely love it. So I was not sad to have to order more. So that's in the shop if you want to jump in and do that. Blanca says it was very helpful. Oh, good. Thank you, Blanca. Elizabeth, you did an excellent job. Thank you, Elizabeth. I really appreciate that feedback. I'm not just being kind of flippant about that. I really do appreciate it because I don't know. I mean, I'm doing it the way that I think makes sense, but I don't know how it's received by people out there. So hopefully, all I can do is do it and then hope that it gets relayed appropriately and makes sense to other people when they see it. So I really appreciate that feedback because it helps me to know if I need to change something or do something different, or if I'm on the right track and if that's a good way to do it. June says your tutorial was done so well, very clear directions. Oh, good. Thank you so much, June. Sharon says the tutorial was great and your husband did a great job videoing. He didn't make me motion sick, which happens a lot when people try to get too artsy, if that makes sense. Yes. He used to do that in his previous life, actually. Before he went back so he graduated from college with a degree in broadcast production. So he worked for a news station as a cameraman, as a videographer for a number of years before he went back to grad school and got the degree that he got his master's degree. And now he's in a different job, but that's what he used to do. He used to do editing and videos and all of that stuff before. And so when we started talking about these ideas of a tutorial, I was like, you're the guy to help me with this because you've done all this in the past, but it's a whole new learning curve because he's using different stuff, obviously, than he would have used before, number one. And number two, we don't have the normal equipment. And so there are times when he's like, oh, I want to do this, but we don't have the stuff. So we kind of just have to make do with what we have. And that's just the way that it is. And that's okay. But it took us a while to get to that point where we're like, all right, this is the way it is. So we just have to jump in. If you talked about Needlework Expo. No, but thank you for reminding me. I have a question at the end, just a nosy question, nothing pressing. Kim, feel free to ask because I'm going to talk about it now. We're supposed to be doing tutorials. I hope so. I mean, I hope people like it. I hope. Oh, that's very cool to know his background. Yeah, so he used to do that. So now he's kind of dipping his feet into it a little bit with these again. Needlework Expo. Thank you so much for saying that, Kim, because I meant to talk about this and I forgot. People have been sending me requests for cross-stitch patterns. Just email me. If you guys see stuff that you like and you want me to get it for you, I am happy to do so. I have a list going. So please be sure that you send me an email and tell me what charts you want, and I will do my best to get those for you. I've already reached out to some of the designers and have them kind of ready for my order. So I'm happy to add to my list. Needlework Expo, I believe, starts. It's this weekend. So you're probably seeing a bunch of posts on Instagram teasing what's to come. But the expo actually is a virtual expo that's happening the 6th through the 8th. So what is that? That's Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So keep an eye out for any charts that you like and that you want me to try to get, and just send me an email, happylittlestitchshop@gmail.com. Put the subject Needlework Expo, so then I can just do a search and pull up everybody's requests in one search. So put the subject Needlework Expo and send me all of your requests, and I'll be happy to try to get those for you. I will tell him that, Sharon. You did great, says Valeria. Thank you so much, Valeria. And curious what people are excited about getting. Okay, so it's a little different. My hope from last year was to be able to attend some of these things this year. So I was excited to try to attend some things. like Needlework Expo if I could. I mean, it's hard with 6 kids. So in reality, I probably wouldn't have been able to go, but I was kind of interested in entertaining the idea of trying to go to some of them. The same with Quilt Market. Quilt Market was supposed to be close to me this year. It was supposed to be in Minnesota. And so my husband was like, we're going, like we are going to Quilt Market, and we were looking forward to it. And then it got canceled. So I'm kind of bummed about that, but I'm kind of curious to see how it's going to work virtually. I don't really understand the concept yet, but I haven't had a ton of time to look into it and kind of understand it. So I need to do that, but I am excited to see what's coming out. And I am excited to kind of meet some new designers. There are some new designers that people have been requesting that I'm not as familiar with, and some of their stuff is super cute. Curious what people are excited about getting. So I have seen, well, I know that Kim is super excited about the multiplication table, which was pretty cool actually, and cool to see your collection like that. You're not messing around with collecting your multiplication stitches. I think that's really cool. But Kathy Barrick is one that people have been requesting a lot of. There's one house that's kind of a Quaker house. I think it's called The Dwelling Place, maybe. And then there's another one with a rooster that people have been requesting. And I'm not sure if it's by Kathy Barrick or if it's by, there's another one, but it's called Rise and Shine. That one has been a popular request. So there have been a few that have come in from multiple people who have requested the same thing, but I haven't gotten a ton of requests yet. So that's why I wanted to throw it out here to see, because part of me is really excited to see what you guys, yes, Teresa Kogut. Yes, she's the one who does the Rise and Shine one, I think. So there's some really cute stuff that's coming out, and I'm excited. It makes me excited to see what you guys are interested in, because that gives me a lot of feedback about different things to offer in the shop. So I get excited to see what you guys like. And I'm starting to lean, I'm really enjoying seeing some of these older samplers that people are doing. Like that Dwelling Place one that I just mentioned, all of the ones in the Land of Liberty book that I have not yet gotten for myself, but Kim just finished that one that's called Abigail, something about Abigail. And that one was beautiful. And so I'm kind of interested in, at some point, in maybe tackling a sampler as a stitch along, because I think that could be a lot of fun to stitch it together. But I don't have a specific sampler in mind. And right now that's just in the idea phase, but I'm excited to jump into some samplers because I think they're really, really pretty once I see them. Salute to Abigail. And it was gorgeous. Yes. And you did it too, April, didn't you? I think you both did it. Or maybe you didn't. Maybe you just talked about doing it. I can't remember, but super cute. Some of these stitches are super, super cute. Okay. So keeping in line with the flea market thing, I am still working on my blocks, but look, this one I got done. Here's another one that's done, all stitched down, ready to go. And now, then I kind of switched to just hand stitching all of these down. So I tried to crank through a bunch. So all of these are stitched down and ready for me to piece the corners on. And then I have a bunch more here on my design board to stitch with my needle minder. Look, I'm using my needle minder for the Applique, my quilt shop needle minder. So I'm working through that. I'm hoping to find time to crank this out and get it done so then I can share it with you guys. And then also in the shop, I think I showed this one to you guys last week. Thank you, Mickey. Ooh, Kim has some ideas. You started it, April. Yes, me too. I see my taste changing. Yeah, I still really like the stuff that we're stitching, but I would like to dip my feet a little bit into the sampler world. I think part of my problem is that when I see those samplers, I think, oh my gosh, there's no way that I would have time to do that. I mean, there's just no way. And then I think, well, maybe if we could take it bit by bit, that would be more manageable, just bite off a little bit of it at a time and do a little bit each month. And then by the time you finish the stitch along, you know, you've got this beautiful sampler that's done. So that's my hope, but we'll see. I have to kind of, Kim, we need to talk and figure out what one we're going to start with. Hers is beautiful, but she didn't obsessively stitch her. It's like a crazy lady. When Kim gets her mind set on something, she goes to town and she gets it done. Okay, so this is Flea Market Windows. I showed you guys this last week, and this, I am still having a fit about this background fabric. Okay, so you get the pattern, you get this beautiful box. I mean, nobody does boxes like Red Lake Designs. And then you get, look at this background fabric. I still am just drooling over this background fabric. So we have this in the shop to order, ready to ship right away. Flea Market Windows by Lori Holt. Okay, and then Oh Happy Day is in the shop. I have potentially 2 openings in our Oh Happy Day block of the month, which I don't have a picture to share with you, but it's super pretty. I'm starting it this month. I think my idea is to try to do tutorials each month to feel like we are actually sewing along together. I might start it for Shine On. I don't know. We'll see how quickly we can crank some of these tutorials out. Same thing with stitch alongs. I plan to try to do a stitch along at the beginning, a stitch along tutorial at the beginning of each month to show people like how to get going, how to get started, how to cut your fabric if you have to cut it, all of that kind of stuff. So that's kind of in my brain, and now we just have to make it a reality. But for the Oh Happy Day block of the month quilt, block of the month sampler quilt, quilt kits, if your invoice has been paid, your quilt kit has been sent. If you have reserved it and I've contacted you a bunch of times, then let me know if you've changed your mind. And there's a chance that I will have 2 openings for our Oh Happy Day block of the month club. So you'll get the kit all as one, and then we'll pick the blocks to work on each month until we have finished the quilt. So if anybody's interested in joining our Oh Happy Day block of the month club, please send me an email with subject line Oh Happy Day block of the month club. And I can let you know for sure if a kit is available to you, but it looks like I will have 2 available. So we have Fat Quarter Bundle, we have layer cakes, we have charm packs, we have Oh Happy Day yardage, all in the shop. It is a really pretty collection. I mean, it's really, really pretty. Even these whites, they are so colorful. There's so much color on those whites. I just love it. Carla, my grandmother made me a quilt similar to that. Yes. So that's kind of what it's after. The Flea Market Windows. It's kind of supposed to be like a stained glass window type of thing. And it's very pretty. My best friend is coming for my birthday, and we are going to sew the table runner. Yay, Valeria. I love it. Happy birthday. When is your birthday, Valeria? Haven't seen her for 18 years. Oh my goodness. Perfect. You guys have fun sewing. Have fun. That sounds like a lot of fun. Okay. Also, we have Notting Hill in the shop. So we have Notting Hill charm packs in the shop. And look at this fabric. Can you guys see it? I haven't even taken it out of the package yet, but we have these beautiful dots in many different colors. You guys know that I love plaid. The plaids, I mean, Amy Smart does a really good job with plaids. Her plaids in her Sugar House Park collection were beautiful as well. I really like her plaids. Some beautiful florals. And this color is called raspberry, and it's just perfect. It's not pink. It's not red. It's raspberry. It's beautiful. And she has another color in here called Bear Lake. And that one is beautiful too. Here is the London Scenic one in denim. This one also comes in blush and yellow. And then look at these florals. These are the main floral prints. Comes in navy, yellow, and some other color. I can't remember. I'm going to share those last. This is the Bear Lake color. I just think it's so pretty. This is Bear Lake Diamonds. I think it's the diamonds pattern. And then she has the Union Jack flags on this one. This one also comes in songbird maybe. And then some big navy dots. And then there are banner panels. So look at this. You get a panel with the banner already on there for you. And this comes in blue. This one is blue. And it also comes in pink. This one is pink. So all of this, I hustled and got all of this on the website before the live stream today. So Notting Hill is all listed out there. Now, last week I talked to you about a Notting Hill surprise quilt kit. There is some fabric that I have to get yet in order to complete that kit. So far, I've heard from a few of you who are interested in it. So if that is something that you're interested in, it's called Ruthie. Let me show you a picture. The pattern is called Ruthie, and it's by Jessica Dayan. And here it finishes at a 74.5 by 74.5 quilt. And this uses Notting Hill, and that is what it looks like. If you're interested in that, let me know so that I can try to secure the fabric needed to make those kits. This one came up kind of by surprise. That's why it wasn't listed out there for reservation, because it just got released last week. But if you're interested in that, let me know, and I will then try to adjust my quantities of what I need to order so that I can cover everybody who wants one. And then let's see. So this is Notting Hill. That's here. It has arrived. I'm not seeing the blue plaid online for Notting Hill. Well, it should be. I will check on that when I get done here and make sure that I did everything that I need to do to make it visible to you. Of Notting Hill. Yes, Valeria, there's a fat quarter reservation out there for Notting Hill. So yes, I do. I do have that. Okay, and then coming this month, we have Stardust by Beverly McCullough. We have, I did not get this entire collection. I got a few things from this collection, including this quilt kit, which I think there are reservations left out online. It's called Stardust. No, it's called Swinging on a Star, using her Stardust fabric collection. And then I will have backing available for that as well. And this is in transit to me right now. This is coming to me right now. So pretty soon, Land of Liberty by My Mind's Eye is going to be in the shop. I've already gotten shipment notification. This is a patriotic collection. It's so pretty. This panel, this is a panel. This will also be in the shop once it arrives. And this one, we have a reservation out there right now. If you are interested in this one, there aren't a ton of reservations left. So be sure you snag one if you are interested in it. This one is called Stars in Stripes Quilt Kit. Comes in this keepsake box. Now, just a reminder, the quilt kits do not ship with the yardage. The quilt kits typically come about 2 weeks or so after the yardage is shipped. So as soon as those quilt kits arrive, I will send out invoices and get those out the door to you. But they won't come with the yardage that's in transit to me right now. They'll be a couple weeks later. And then Camp Woodland. This one is so cute. I have the entire collection coming to the shop. I haven't heard any information, but it's close. It's not shipping to me yet, but it's close. So for Camp Woodland, look at this. I mean, it's so cute. I just think this collection is darling. You know, it's nice to have some kind of character collections every once in a while. I think this one is so cute. So this is a boxed kit that comes with this collection. And this one is called Camp Woodland Picnic. No, Camp Woodland Quilt Kit. This can be reserved in the shop right now. And I also have for reservation this one. And this one is called Camp Woodland Picnic Quilt Kit. I've made this quilt before. I think I'm going to make it again with this collection because I think it's so pretty. I think it's so pretty. I love this quilt. I love it. I love it the way that I made it before. It's on our couch. We use it every day. Somebody has that thing out and it's snuggled up in it. And I think that this colorway, I think is so pretty. So it's on my list. It's on my list. Okay, and then we also have coming in March. March is going to be busy, people. We have Sunday Stroll by Bonnie and Camille. We have this one. This is called the Sunday Stroll Quilt Kit. That is on the website, available to reserve right now, as well as fat quarter bundles. And then also coming in March is Spring Chicken by Sweetwater. This entire collection is coming. We have Hello Spring. This quilt kit is on the website, available to reserve. And Cluck is on the website, available to reserve. And the Fat Quarter Bundle can also be reserved. That's all coming in March, you guys. It's going to be a busy month. And then it's going to be busy in April. And then it's going to be like insanely busy in May, June, and July. Like those months, as far as collections that are coming to the shop. You guys, it's so exciting. Like it kind of blows my mind. My husband and I take my little one for a walk, probably 2 to 3 times a day. And every time we walk, we talk about his work. We talk about the kids a lot. And we talk about the shop a lot. And we are consistently blown away by the response that we have gotten to this happy little stitch shop. Like I am touched by the connections that I have made with people. I am just consistently blown away. Like both of us just kind of are in awe of what is happening. Super excited about it. Kind of just surprised though. Like we weren't expecting it, but we want it to continue. We so badly want it to continue. And we have so much stuff coming, which gives me a little bit of anxiety because it's a lot. It's like a jump from where we've been. So anytime we take a jump, it kind of makes me anxious until we settle into that new level. And then hopefully we'll need to make a jump again soon and I'll get anxious and then we'll settle into that new level. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. We're in the process of making a jump and it's got me anxious, but excited at the same time and extremely grateful and thankful. Like if you could feel the gratitude oozing out of the members of this family, you would be flooded with gratitude. Trust me. So we're super excited and super thankful to you guys. So thank you so, so much for supporting our happy little stitch shop and our family business. Like we are thankful every day. We give thanks for what's going on here. So thank you for that. So let's do a giveaway. Okay. So this week, we are giving away, let me see. Those colors are gorgeous. I agree, April. I may have to take spring semester off to get all these fun projects done. I hear you, Mickey. Kim, I think it's so sweet you take the time with each other like that. We try to. I mean, it doesn't work out perfectly every day, but we try to at least do 2 or 3 walks a day together. And that'll get better when the weather gets nicer. When it was really cold, we were taking a break. Mickey Swing. Lynn says, great program. Mickey Swing says, I'm excited for you. You're doing a wonderful job. And I love that you've got your family in on this. You'll do great. Thank you so much, Mickey. I appreciate it. They like helping. Every day, the kids, when I'm in there working, the kids come in, they'll say, do you need any help with anything? They come in and they ask. And usually I'll say, no, I got to do this part by myself. I'm doing something online or whatever. But sometimes they come in and they help fold or they put together floss kits often. They do that. But they like to help out. They like to come in and help. Okay, so the giveaway for this week is, I've been missing in action the last few weeks. Missed you all. What is the status? Oh, thank you for asking, Debbie. I'm so glad you asked that because I have it right here to talk to you about and I totally forgot. So Vintage Christmas, the teal yardage just arrived yesterday. So I am cutting. I was going to bring one of the bundles in here because it's so pretty. I am nearly done cutting up the first batch of kits that need to go out. So everybody who has reserved, you are in the first batch. Those kits are nearly done. I'm planning to get them done over the next day or so. So keep an eye out over this weekend for your invoice, because I'm to the point where I'm ready to invoice, and then those will ship probably next week. That's my plan. So Vintage Christmas is ready. Now remember, we were waiting for 3 bolts of yardage to come. We received 1, and that fat quarter is cut up. It's already added to your fat quarter bundle for the kit. The other 2 are due to come in April, I think. So when those come, I will try to slip those in with your monthly orders, or, you know, if you've got some order, if I have to mail it separately, but I will get those 2 remaining fat quarters out to you as soon as they arrive. So that's the plan. Now, for the rest of you who are on the waiting list and you're hoping that something comes available, I am in the process of going through and making sure that I can secure more fabric to be able to offer all of you kits. And it looks promising. Fingers crossed. That's no guarantee, but I am hopeful that I'm going to be able to get enough kits to be able to offer one to all of you who are on the waiting list. So I'm working on that right now. So if you guys might have to be a little bit more patient, because that's going to take a little bit more time, but I'm hopeful that I'm going to be able to get all of you a kit, which I'm really excited about, because that did not seem hopeful a month ago. So I'm really excited that that's a possibility. So keep your fingers crossed. Hopefully I'll be able to get all of you a kit. Then some of you have reached out to me about Cozy Christmas. I am working on that. Part of the problem with the Cozy Christmas thing is that the pattern fabric requirements call for 3 fat eighth panels, which include 8 fat eighths on each panel. So that's 24 fat eighths. Those panels are discontinued. They no longer exist. They aren't being printed anymore. They're completely discontinued. And so now I'm trying to figure out if I have, like, what fabrics were on those panels. Do I have them in the fat quarter panel? Do I have them someplace else in the collection? Which I don't think so. And then if I don't have them elsewhere, what do I have fabrics that could be substituted for those? So that is taking a little bit extra time because I have to delve into it a little bit deeper. So the Cozy Christmas, stay tuned. Vintage Christmas, first batch, getting ready to invoice this weekend. Second batch, fingers crossed, I'll be able to get everything needed to be able to give you guys that as well. So that's the update, Debbie. Okay, for the giveaway, we are giving away an Oh Happy Day, half of an Oh Happy Day panel. So this and this. Remember, to be eligible for the giveaway, you need to follow Happy Little Stitch Shop on Instagram or Facebook. Be sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Be sure that you answer the question in the comments below each week, because those are the people who get entered into the drawing. So if you answer the question in the comments below after the video is done, then you get entered into the drawing. So the giveaway for this week, is this. It's a cross stitch. It's Willow Hill Samplings, Pennsylvania Dutch sampler. We were just talking about a sampler. And here is the Willow Hill Samplings, Pennsylvania Dutch sampler. So this is the giveaway for next week. In order to win this, do all the things I just said and answer the question below. And I think the question for this week, I can't remember, but it's in the description below. I can't remember what the question is, but answer the question. You'll get entered into the drawing to win this next week. For this week, we are drawing for the panel. Here are the lucky contestants this week. And the winner for the panel is Erin Smith. Erin, you have won the panel. Erin, congratulations. Be sure to contact me to claim your prize. Congratulations on winning the panel. I will have it here right here for you. Contact me to claim that, and I'll get it out the door to you. If you don't contact me within the week, then it'll be put back in our prize bin and be offered at a different time. So that's it. That's all I have for you guys today. Hit the thumbs up. Yes, thank you, Erin, April. Everybody, please give us a thumbs up. That helps us to get out there more and helps our channel be spread to other users, which hopefully will click on it and give us a watch and hopefully join our happy little stitch shop community. It says that it's all sold out, says Valeria. What are you looking for, Valeria? And then Kim, yay, she's going to be so excited. I am so excited for Erin. Yes, the vintage Christmas quilt kit says it's all sold out because it is. But Valeria, if you want one, if you haven't already reserved one and you want one, send me an email and I will add you to my list. I will add you to my waiting list. So just send me an email and tell me that you want one and I'll add you to I have a list of people who would like a vintage Christmas kit, but the reservation sold out a while ago. And so now I'm trying to get more to be able to help people who are on the waiting list. So just send me an email, let me know that you want it, and I'll add you to my list, and we'll have our fingers crossed that it will work out, that I can get more fabric to be able to get some for everybody. So that's all I've got for you today. I hope you will join me next week on Thursday at 1:30 p.m. Central Standard Time for our next weekly live stream. Thank you so, so much for joining me today and taking some time out of your day. I really, really appreciate it. I hope you're as excited about things that are happening in the shop as I am. I give thanks every day, you guys. No kidding. I give thanks every day. So thank you so much for allowing us to do this and for being part of our community. We really, really appreciate it. Have a wonderful week, everybody. Take care, and we will see you next week on our live stream next week. Happy stitching, everybody. Bye-bye.